Salamun alaikum. In this video today, inshallah, I will be showing you the correct Quranic greeting because unfortunately our scholars got that wrong too. The corrupted greeting. Let us observe how something so small yet significant, something so explicit and clear in the Quran, could be missed by our scholars. They failed to inform us and tell us even the correct greeting. The correct greeting, according to Allah Himself in the Quran, is Salamun alaykum. Surah 6 verse 54. And when they come to thee, those who believe in our proofs, say thou, Salamun alaykum, peace be upon you. Your Lord has prescribed for Himself mercy, that whoso of you does evil through ignorance, then turns in repentance after that, and makes right, He is forgiving and merciful. In Surah 7 verse 46. And between them is a partition, and upon the elevations are men recognizing each other by their mark. And they will call to the companions of the garden, Ashab al-Jannah, Salamun alaykum, peace be upon you. They have not entered it, though they desire to. Surah 13 verse 24. Salamun alaykum, peace be upon you, because you were patient, and excellent is the final abode. Surah 16 verse 32. Those whom the angels take while virtuous, they will say, Salamun alaykum, enter the garden because of what you did. Subhanallah. Surah 28 verse 55. And when they hear vain speech, they turn away from it and say, we have our works and you have your works. Salamun alaykum, peace be upon you. We seek not the ignorant. So we can see every single time throughout the entire Quran, consistently, where there is a greeting or where there is a greeting used, it is Salamun alaykum. Now, in the following 5 verses, we will see another way in which Allah uses the phrase peace be or Salamun. In Surah 37, all of the following verses are Salamun ala Nuhin fil alameen, peace be upon Noah among all mankind. Salamun ala Ibrahim, peace be upon Abraham. Salamun ala Musa wa Harun, peace be upon Moses and Harun. Salamun ala Ilyasin, peace be upon Ilyasin. وَسَلَامٌ عَلَى الْمُرْسَلِينَ. Now, in Surah 39, verse 73. And those who were in prudent fear of their Lord, those who had taqwa, those who were conscious of their Rabb, will be driven towards the garden in companies. When they have come to it, and the gates thereof have been opened, and the keepers thereof will say to them, Salamun alaykum, you did well, so enter it, abiding eternally. Wow, subhanallah, may Allah make us amongst them. As we can see once again, Salamun alaykum. Consistently throughout the entire Quran, wherever the phrase, peace be upon you, the greeting is used, it is Salamun alaykum. The correct Quranic greeting is Salamun alaykum, not Assalamu alaykum. Now, Allah already warned us about this. Let us see. Allah foretold this in the Quran. We were already warned. We recite these verses like parrots every day, millions of us, billions of us, but we take no heed. And when they come to thee, they greet thee with a greeting wherewith God never greeted thee. They come to you with a greeting that God never greeted you with, a greeting that God never used nor authorized. Now, let's start from the beginning of this ayat. Hast thou not considered those who were forbidden private conversation, then return to what they were forbidden and converse confidentially in sin and enmity and disobedience to the messenger? Sounds like the munafiqun. And when they come to you, when they come to thee, they greet thee with a greeting wherewith God never greeted thee. When they come to you, they greet you with a greeting that God never greeted you with. A greeting that God never used or authorized. And they say within themselves, O thou, but God punished us for what we say. Sufficient for them is Jahannam, They will burn therein, and evil is the journey's end. If we look to history, and we look at those who came before us, we can see it was always the scholars who corrupted the deen and the people who sheepishly followed. As a Muslim, do you really believe that the Jewish scholars and all of their people were wrong for 4,000 years, and for the Christians 2,000 years, but not yours, not our own scholars, not our fabricated hadith literature? How naive. We can see, we can demonstrate using the Quran that our scholars could not even get to the greeting, the salam, the wudu, the ablution, or the shahada correct. Scholars, their ijma, their consensus, and the majority has never been the criterion for the truth, and never will be, according to Allah Himself in the Quran. He warns us against following the majority, warns us against the scholars and what they writ with their own hands and say is from Allah. Allah warns us against following the majority. The criterion, the divine criterion for this deen, for this life, Al-Furqan, the criterion is the Quran alone. Check out our part 1. Do you believe Allah's own claims about the Quran? And we shall end this on that note. Salamun alaykum.